for Melody Ranch and Gene Autry.
I'm back in the saddle again, out where a friend is a friend, where the longhorn cattle feed on the lowly Jimson weed. I'm back in the saddle again.
That's right, folks. It's another visit with all the gang here at Melody Ranch. There's Pat Buttram, the Cass Collie Boys, the Gene Autry Blue Jeans, Carl Cotner's Melody Ranch Hardway 6, and yours truly, Charlie Lyon. Right now, though, meet the boss man himself, America's favorite cowboy, Gene Autry.
You've got to take the bitter with the sweet, the gray skies as well as the blue. It isn't always easy to stay on easy street. You simply do the best that you can do. You've got to take the bitter with the sweet, no matter what problems you meet. When trouble takes your hand, then you've got to understand. You've got to take the bitter with the sweet. In every life a little rain must fall. The skies cannot always be blue. So when misfortune greets you, you must accept its call. You simply grin and bear it, that's all. You've got to take the bitter with the sweet, no matter what problems you meet. When trouble takes your hand, then you've got to understand. You've got to take the bitter with the sweet. You've got to take the bitter with the sweet. You've got to take the bitter with the sweet. Well, thank you, friends and neighbors. That was our latest Columbia recording. And welcome to Melody Ranch. Yes, sir, we'll listen right now to a song written around the year of 1850 by Buttram's old friend, Anonymous. The Yellow Rose of Texas.
There's a yellow rose in Texas that I am going to see. No other fella knows her, no other, only me. She cried so when I left her, it like to broke my heart. And if I ever find her, we never more will part. She's the sweetest little rosebud that Texas ever knew. Her eyes are bright as diamonds, they sparkle like the dew. You may talk about your Clementine, sing of Rosalie, but the yellow rose of Texas is the only girl for me. Where the Rio Grande is flowing and the starry skies are bright, she walks along the river in a quiet summer night. She thinks if I remember when we parted long ago, I promised to come back again and not to leave her so. She's the sweetest little rosebud that Texas ever knew. Her eyes are bright as diamonds, they sparkle like the dew. You may talk about your Clementine, sing of Rosalie, but the yellow rose of Texas is the only girl for me. Texas, Texas, the prettiest roses grow in Texas. Miss her, long to kiss her, she's the only girl for me.
Oh, thank you, boys, and thank you very, very much.
Hey, Gene!
Yes, Fred?
Come on outside, quick. Pat Buttram's lying on the ground. I think he's hurt.
Okay, Fred. Pat.
Huh?
Pat, are you hurt? What's wrong?
Oh, Fred come along and I just flew off the handle. Oh.
Were you mad?
No, I was cranking my car and I flew off the handle. Gosh, it hurt. Oh. It got me right in the sacrobiliary, in the sacrobiliary.
Well, where did you land?
Well, if my back was a road map, it got me between the Gulf of Mexico and Lower California.
I see.
Say, Mr. Autry, how do you like my new second-hand car? I got it from Happy Hank, the dismal used car dealer.
Oh, Happy Hank.
Yeah, Happy Hank. Nothing down, no payments, no carrying charges, and free dinnerware for the ladies.
Well, at that rate, how does it make any money? How does he make it?
He repossesses the dinnerware. Hey, Mr. Autry, please, now, if you don't mind, take your finger off of the fender there.
Well, Pat, I just wanted you to...
I told you not to touch that fender.
How in the world could you possibly buy a jalopy like this?
Well, I got a bargain. The salesman, he threw in a used 10-inch television set. He said the set is practically new. It was only used by an old lady in Rimrock with weak eyes.
Well, you know, Patrick, your car doesn't have any roof. Now, what kind of a model is it supposed to be?
Well, it used to be a sedan, but now it's a convertible.
How come?
Somebody drove it under a low bridge.
Oh.
Golly, just think. You know, it takes 1,500 nuts to hold an auto together and just one to scatter it all over the highway.
Well, does this car actually go?
Does it go? Just a minute here. I'll get it. I'll start the motor for you here. There you go. There. What'd I tell you? Listen there. Oh, boy. Just fine.
Well?
Think what it'd do if I had gasoline in it.
Why, what are you using?
Well, it's an even mixture. Stump water, creosote, and sheep dip number 2. I gotta save money on gas, see? I had the car towed out here to the ranch. It only cost me $10 to...
Well, $10 is a lot to pay for towing a car.
Oh, don't worry. I got my money's worth, all right. I kept my brakes on all the way.
Well, that's enough of this quibbling, Patrick. Why don't you go out and buy yourself a brand new car?
I'm going to do that. That's just what I'm going to do, that very thing. Going to get it. Just as soon as I pay off the loan that I got on the one that I bought to trade in on the one that I got to trade for the one that I'm driving now. I better walk into town and get it. I'll see you later, Mr. Autry.
Okay, Patrick. Oh, he's a mixed-up boy. The other day, he got on a bicycle backwards, and he thought somebody had stolen the handlebars. And now, here are the Cass County boys to open up your heart. Kids, let's have it.
Open up your heart and let the love shine through. Open up your heart and make my dreams come true. Let me through that iron curtain. Let me know our love is certain. Open up your heart and let me in. Baby, I've been mighty lonesome. Baby, I've been mighty blue. And the reason for it all is plain to see. From the very first day I met you, you've been walking in all my dreams. It's time you gave a little thought to me. Why don't you open up your heart and let the love shine through? Open up your heart and make my dreams come true. Let me through that iron curtain. Let me know our love is certain. Open up your heart and let me in. If I never do get to love you, if I never get that delight, if I never do get you for my blushing bride, if the wedding bells never ring out, if I never do hold you tight, well, it won't be because I never tried. Why don't you open up your heart and let the love shine through? Open up your heart and make my dreams come true. All the other birds are mating. Why do you keep hesitating? Open up your heart and let me in. Open up your heart and let me in. Hey!
Oh, many thanks, our Cass County boys. You don't have to be a baby have to be a baby to cry, or to lie awake the whole night long. When you leave me, my golden rainbow disappears. Then you leave a broken heart that's full of tears. These ain't teardrops in my eyes. Why should I lie? You don't have to be a baby to cry. When you leave me, my golden rainbow disappears. Then you leave me a broken heart that's full of tears. These ain't raindrops in my eyes. Why should I lie? You don't have to be a baby to cry. Oh, thank you, neighbors. Say, folks, I don't know how many of you are acquainted with my old friend Frank Marson. But if you do know him, you know Frank came out here, 15 or 20 years ago and built up a fine herd of purebred cattle. Frank is a friendly and warm-hearted, and his granddaughter Betty is just like him in that respect. But not too long ago, a change seemed to come over Frank. He began to keep to himself, wouldn't see his friends. And just a little while back, he announced that he was going to auction off all of his best cattle.
I got 800, I got 900. I got 900. Mr. Ryder, you better bid fast if you want that bull.
Yeah, I know. 950.
I got 950. I got 950. Do I hear 1,000? Do I hear 1,000? Nope. All done. All through. Going once. Going twice. And gone for $950. Well, folks, that's the last of the livestock.
Well, Gene, you got a mighty good bull there.
Yes, I did, Jim.
You don't seem very happy about it.
I just can't understand why Frank would be selling his best cattle like this.
Well, I'm just a sheriff. I don't know everything.
He's not the same, Jim. I'm sure he's in some kind of trouble.
Well, that's bad if it's true. Just when his granddaughter announced her engagement to young Bill Andrews, she could do a lot worse than marry the son of a state senator.
That's right. But there's some other reason. Jim, if you'll excuse me, I think I'll go in the house and have a talk with Frank.
Well, sure, Gene. See you later.
Yes, come in. Oh, well, Gene, I wasn't expecting you.
Well, I hope you're not disappointed, Frank. Hello, Betty.
Hello, Gene.
What's on your mind, Gene?
Frank, it's about this auction. I don't get it. You always said that you'd never sell your pure-blood cattle. What happened?
Happened? Nothing at all. I just changed my mind.
Are you sure that's all?
Now, look, Gene, I'm not asking anybody... Nat.
Well, excuse me. I just wanted to say I'm real happy at the price your cattle are bringing.
Yes, well, Gene Autry, this is Nat Larkin.
How are you, Nat?
Just fine. Ain't I, Mr. Morrison? Well?
Nat, can't you see Granddaddy's busy?
Now, Betty, please.
Your granddaddy's never too busy to see me.
Nat, will you please go?
There must be something wrong with your bringing up. She's asking you to leave.
You're about to put me out, Autry?
If that's what it takes. Come on, let's move.
Why, 2x4 cowboy.
Just a minute.
Gene, now stop it, Gene.
It won't take but a second.
No, Gene, don't you understand? This is none of your affair.
You're making sense now, Morrison.
Well, looks like I'm the one not wanted here. I'm sorry, Mr. Morrison. I won't bother you again.
Gene, please wait.
Yes, Betty?
I want to thank you for offering help.
Then there is something wrong.
Well, I don't know. He won't say anything. Granddaddy and I have always been so close, but These last few weeks, just when I'm about to get married and everything should be so wonderful.
I understand how you feel. Betty, who's that fellow, Nat Larkin?
I don't know. He came to town a couple months ago. I'm sure he's behind all this. Gene, what can we do?
Nothing till your grandfather's ready. When he changes his mind, my offer is still good. Well, there was no doubt that Frank was in some kind of trouble. He was worried and afraid, so I wasn't surprised when he showed up at Melody Ranch that night.
Gene, I've got to talk to you.
Anytime, anywhere, Frank. Sit down.
Gene, you're the first to know. I'm being blackmailed, Gene.
Uh-huh. By a man named Nat Larkin.
Yes. Oh, it isn't anything that I've done. It's about my son, Arthur, Betty's father. 15 years ago, he was involved in a holdup and a killing. He was convicted and sent to prison for life.
A son of yours? Well, I'm surprised to hear that, Frank.
Oh, he pleaded innocent, but all of the evidence, true or not, made him look guilty. And Betty was just a tiny child when this happened.
Does she know all about this?
No, Gene, no, and she mustn't know. I took her away, leaving no word of where we were going. We've had no contact with anybody back home since then. But somehow Larkin found us.
Just when she announced her engagement to the senator's son. His timing was real good.
Well, you realize what this would mean to those kids, Gene.
Mm-hmm.
Larkin threatens to spill everything unless I pay him to keep quiet.
So that's why you're selling your cattle.
I gave him everything I took in at the auction, but now he wants more.
They always do. How much this time?
$2,000. And, Gene, I was hoping that you might lend me the money. He's given me just 48 hours.
All right, Frank. Give me a little time. I'll have it for you. Right away, I called Sheriff Dillon, got him to check in on the town back east where Frank, the blackmailer, had lived. The first information we got was just routine, but at noon the second day, we struck dirt. I gave Frank the money, sent him to the hotel where Nat Larkin was staying. Then the sheriff and I followed and listened outside of Larkin's room.
Here's all the money back.
Where'd you get it?
I borrowed it from a friend.
Hey, that's a good idea. You must have a lot of friends around town. You could borrow from all of them.
No, Nat, I won't do it.
$1,000 more, I spill everything.
What? Morrison, you dirty squealing old...
Hold it, Larkin! Well, Sheriff, you heard enough?
Too much, Gene.
All right, hand it over, Larkin.
And over what?
The money you took from an old man who thought he had a secret to hide.
No, but you can't arrest him. Larkin will tell everything, and Betty's life will be ruined.
I don't think so. Read this telegram, Frank. It's from the warden of the penitentiary where they took your son.
Telegram? What? The real hold-up killer made a deathbed confession 5 years ago, completely exonerating Arthur Morrison of any crime. Well, he's been free since then. Then Arthur was never guilty.
No. And I've got an idea that Nat Larkin's known this for a long time.
Oh, you meddling, snooping two-bit.
Shut up, Larkin. Let's go.
Not before I...
Oh, buddy. Here's one for you.
Now, get off of the floor, Larkin, before Gene really gets mad.
Gene, I've made a terrible mistake. I wonder if Arthur will ever forgive me.
I think he will, Frank. He's on his way here now to see his father and his daughter for the first time in 15 years. Friends and neighbors, a great deal has been written and said and sung about cowboys being lost on the desert without water, and the tricks a mirage can play on a thirsty man. But Bob Nolan said it best of all when he wrote Cool Water. All day I've faced a barren waste without the taste of water. Water. Old and a knife with throats burnt dry and souls that cry for water. Cool, clear water. Keep a moving, Dan. Don't you listen to him, Dan. He's a devil, not a man, and he spreads the burning sand with water. Dan, can you see that big green tree where the water's running free and it's waiting there for you and me? Cool, clear water. The nights are cool and I'm a fool. Each star's a pool of water. Cool water. But with the dawn I wake and yawn and carry on to water. Cool, clear water. Keep a moving, Dan, don't you? And he spreads the burning sand with water. Dan, can you see that big green tree where the water's running free and it's waiting there for you and me? Cool, clear water.
Oh, that was beautiful, Gene. You know, the seasons come and the seasons go, but at Melody Ranch, the doors are always open to friends and good music.
Well, that's how we try to keep it, Charlie. And now, this is Gene Autry for Double Mint, asking you to keep thinking of us until we're back in the saddle again. Out where a friend is a friend, where the longhorn cattle feed on the lowly gypsy weed. I'm back in the saddle again.
America's favorite cowboy, Gene Autry, will be back this way next week. And he'll bring along Pat Buttram, the Cass County Boys, the Gene Autry Blue Jeans, Carl Cotner's Melody Ranch Hardway 6, and yours truly, Charlie Lyon. For an exciting and entertaining half hour, be sure you're listening next time I say, it's time for Melody Ranch and Gene Autry.
This is the United States Armed Forces Radio and Television Service.